Hello and welcome to the building and operation of the Norfolk Southern South Fork Secondary on the Trainz Champion channel. To start with today, we're going to show you how I set up Google Earth images in a proper method to show how the distances stay proportional when you're using Google Earth images to trace routes. There may be some techniques here that you've never seen before that I think that will be really easy for you to replicate and do a really good job for you. So the first thing that we're going to do to exemplify this is a new route where we just have a new baseboard so you can see the idea by itself. So let me go to create route, and I'm just going to have the one single square available here to show you the principle. I measure this route length with the ruler that is available in the tools section, and I just go from end to end in a straight line as I can, and you'll see that this baseboard is right near 2,350 feet. 2,350 feet. So keep that number in mind, write it down, because that is how long in empirical units that one baseboard is. So with that in mind, we're going to switch over to Google Earth. I use the Google Earth Pro. Let's go to South Fork, Pennsylvania, because that's where we're going to be working at, and I'll show you how to create this baseboard in a very functional way that's going to be very proportional for tracing a route. So as you zoom in, you get the city detail pretty close. After you do this several times, you'll realize about how long 2,350 feet is. I'm going to grab this ruler right here at the top, make sure the map length is in feet so you can actually do the ruler in feet. And I just do a straight line from the very top straight down to the bottom, stopping at 2,350 feet mark. The heading, as you see here, is listed also with degrees. 180 degrees, of course, is straight up and down, so we'll know that we're going to be measuring a straight perpendicular line. Get this as close as you can to 2,350 feet, and then hit save. That way that stays right where it's supposed to be. Then on the right side here is a zoom plus and minus. If you use plus and minus alone, it will jump in and out too far. If you grab the middle slider and very slowly move that slider in or out, you'll be able to zoom very carefully until the top and the bottom of your measured line are at the top and bottom of your screen. So let's get it about like, yeah, that's pretty close. You know, you don't have to be so scientific that you're wrestling over a few centimeters at the top and bottom. So now we know that it's 2,500 feet from the top of the line to the bottom of the line. Then, under File, go to Save, Image. I don't want all these legends and map titles here. They're not necessary, so we can get rid of those. Then, you have to save the image. I put them in a separate file called Trainz Map, but you must put them in a folder of their own. So let's do a new folder. We're going to name this folder Test 1, 2, let's say I'm going to give it 4 ones, Test 111. And so that's what I'm going to also name the baseboard, is Test-1111. Now that that image is saved, we have to use base maps. Base maps will get your image put into a base map that could be imported onto your Trainz route. So let's go find what we just made under Trainz base map. I'm going into the folder with test 111. You'll see an image here of our Google Earth. So we know that that is done correctly. Then we open up Trainz Base Maps and go to that exact location where we have stored that Google Earth image. You double click that folder to get into it, grab that image and hit open. Then you come down to number 2. Make sure that you have it down to scale 1-:32. Leave the dimensions at 72 feet and 11.75 inches and 72 feet and 5 inches on the X and Y axes. Hit render image. That will put our image right in the screen for you. Then you hit generate base map here on number 3. You must give this a new and unique ID number. A new and unique ID number, each one that you save. And then you can keep track of which ones they are so you know where they are when you go looking for them. So I'm going to name this 1111 and hit OK. And as you see down here, it scrolls through, showing that it's now completely created successfully. So I'm going to hit all right. Now that we've hit generate base map, I'm looking here at the folder that we looked at earlier where our test image was. As you see, it put in a Trainz import folder for you in there. So go into your Trainz map main menu and open manage content so your content manager is open. Then you simply drag and drop that folder directly into the content manager. It will put that into your Trainz game for you. And after it does that, which may take a few seconds as you see the green status bar flowing down at the bottom. And then it'll say no errors or no warnings if there wasn't any problem. Then let's go back to the route that we want to work on. As we open up our objects board, we should find a Trainz base map that fits the name that we just went through. And since it is ending in 1111, I see that it's right there. So you hit add and you put it on top, move it around so it's completely square. Now to make things really easy for you, I recommend that you make a second layer in the layers column, which is where you add a layer here and name this. I named mine BB for baseboards because here's what's going to happen. Once the baseboard layer is created, we can make sure that this is on the baseboard layer by doing it like this, BB, and then I can lock this layer. That way any buildings I put on here do not move or shift around. So that's how it looks. As you see, the top, from baseboard top to baseboard bottom, is the red line. So we do know that 2,350 feet is the same length from this landmark to this landmark, regardless of the distortion that can happen in how it looks here. We do know, just because of the red line, that the actual length is the actual length of this baseboard, and it's all equal to 2,350 feet. So from there, you can start drawing and adding your Trainz objects and track right on to the track that's involved. And that's how it goes. Good luck and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.